So let us make that connection once again with each other. As we feel the connection through our circle, we also feel how our own energy expands, strengthens, and as we breathe into our heart space, relax down into the body so all the energies begin to flow freely through ourselves, through our physical body, flowing from our soul above our heads, from our higher self above, through all levels of our multi-dimensional selves, flowing through all levels of self, into the human self, down into the earth and into Gaia at her very core. From way, way above, the Oversoul makes its connection to you, to your human self. As you feel this higher connection entering down through your crown, Source itself, from your Oversoul through all dimensions, into your human self, and so the light of self grows within, from the depths of your own hearts. All lies within. All that you need is within, is accessed from within, and blossoms through your connections to your innermost self. Your own expansion of consciousness into other realms, higher dimensions of self. Your Christ itself is within you now. Whatever you may feel, experience at this time, can you simply be with what is? Be present to what is. Simply to be the observer of self without conditions, without judgments. And you may feel the deep within, All is in peace, beauty and joy. All that disturbs you is superficial. As we allow ourselves to rise in consciousness, coming into greater alignment, inner balance, we feel how the Arcturians gently raise our frequency. We learn to receive that all is given by grace, that we cannot do it or get it, but it is by letting go we surrender to the divine self, a being of light. Through this connection, this allowance, the energy of Source flowing through all things, all life, all that is, flows through us. And we no longer feel such an attachment to our human self, as our awareness and experience grows of our greater self. To wake up to remember the enormity of who we actually are, that we no longer need to experience ourselves as small, as negative, identified with the human personality. For we are so much more beyond the third dimension, beyond the normal, usual third-dimensional consciousness, as greater and greater amounts of our higher consciousness are now able to flow through our physical, our material self, as we fill with spiritual light. The light of self, the light of soul, merges into our third-dimensional bodies. We simply allow it. We receive whichever flows towards us. And we can become more familiar with the many beings that surround us. Our mental concepts of limitation loosen up as we allow ourselves to feel, to know the non-physical beings that surround us. wish to fill us with their love. They are, of course, beings of love, as we are also. But they also feel great love for us, for the task that we took on in our incarnation, to move away from the lofty realms and lower ourselves into the third dimension. And we came to hold the light, to be a corridor of light, receiving from the higher dimensions and channeling that energy into Mother Earth, to raise the frequency upon this planet, to end the suffering, and to bring all into the ascension, the rise in frequency from the third dimension into the fifth dimension and beyond. And so we find ourselves coming closer and closer to the fifth dimensional realm, outside of duality, beyond separation, into the oneness of all within oneself, and the oneness in all that is. And particularly at this time, the Syrians wish to be with us very much, to assist us in our journey. As the Syrians join the Arcturians, and also the Lyrans, bring in their magnificent energies, both to lift us and also to clear from within us all that still remains, much from ancient times. For whilst we feel, yes, we are educated in this life into competition, comparison, not to love oneself and so on, much of the personality, the lower personality, has formed over many lifetimes. Much dates back to generations ago, to ancient times, to Atlantis, Egypt, even Lemuria, where we remember times of persecution, of being an outsider, of not being accepted, and so on, which led to a feeling of being unlovable, of not being good enough. And all that followed as we separated from our divine connection to soul, as we dropped further and further into separation. But we also recognize that this time what is available to us. That the fifth dimension is here, ready for us to walk into it, to take that step out of separation into unity. And no matter what holds us back, we experience in this life, but started in ancient times. And the Syrians bring their energies to us at this time to help to clear from us those ancient lifetimes which led us to be afraid to speak our truth, to share our light. Yet we have persevered through many, many lifetimes to hold the light within for the earth, for life upon the earth. And so the violet flame of transmutation and transformation continues to work through us. Together with the energies which the Syrians bring to us. To bring healing, activations, to restore our memories, to help us to return, to be restored, to ascend. So we take some time now simply to breathe within, centered in our heart space, as we receive into our being, into our energy bodies, and into our hearts, that which the Syrians bring to us today. It is an energy of clearing from our past, blockages and memories, the fear which contained in those energies, from past traumas, past sufferings. It requires from us the energy of forgiveness. It is from love, the love that flows into our heart space, that forgiveness comes through love. And once it is forgiven, it is as if it no longer exists. It dissolves from our memory. And this is the process the Syrians are helping us with now. As we rest within our hearts, as we soften our hearts, allowing us to receive, as we welcome forgiveness, the Christed light of forgiveness. As the past dissolves away, as the fear goes with it, we find ourselves becoming clearer, lighter, more present, more fully in this now moment, as we simply allow this process within. Nothing to do, simply to be. You simply allow the energies to move through you, to go where they wish to go, to do what it wishes to do, a higher consciousness, a higher intelligence, as we simply surrender and receive. And we feel the presence of the beings of Lyra, bringing their energies of higher activations, of beauty, peace and joy. Assisting in the raising of our frequency, as all negativity gradually transforms, fear transmuting back into love, as forgiveness works its magic. we begin to feel kindness towards ourselves. To understand where our suffering lies. And to allow the love frequency of acceptance and forgiveness to flow through our chakras. We come closer to our Christ itself as we receive from all around the Christed light of beings from the fifth dimension and above. All in Christ consciousness, radiating upon us their gifts, their love. And we simply allow for transmutation to take place wherever it is needed, as we maintain a loving heart, and feeling with us the presence of Lord Merlin, an aspect of Saint Germain, the holder of the violet fire, the violet flame of the alchemical process of transmutation and transformation. And you notice his energy is very light, very playful, magical, and there's no seriousness, density in the energy he brings, as all is transformed through joy, through love. And we welcome his presence, his energies. You may feel the violet flames around you move through your central column, and every cell of your body is receiving this energy. The density in every cell lightens as the past is forgiven, as nothing truly exists except the now. Do you feel the trust, the faith that lies within your hearts? What is it that you wish for? Do you see that you already have it? All that you wish for, you already are. All that I wish to be, I already am. And I feel myself rising, expanding as my consciousness opens, as my heart opens. A feeling of freedom as I let go of my baggage. And I am free to heal. And the beings of Lyra, working with the Syrians and Arcturians, bringing their energies with Lord Merlin, the energies of manifestation. What in truth is your heart's desire? What do you wish to manifest? And to be free without attachment to one's desires. Allow the mind to be empty. And you feel more strongly your I am, your presence. For you are your consciousness. not the physical body. And your consciousness exists within the human body, becoming your temple to hold the light of the higher realms. A complete tree of life exists within you, is part of your awareness or consciousness. From your oversoul down through all dimensions into the human aspect upon the earth. And as we breathe, so we breathe in the light, the love of spirit through all realms, through all dimensions. I am divine. I am a being of light and love. I am my Christ itself as I bring the light of Christ, the love of Christ to this world. As I anchor the fifth dimension and beyond into myself, into the earth. And through my presence, I hold this space for all humanity, for all life, that suffering may end. And as I heal myself, so I heal the world. As I raise my frequency, so I enable the frequency of the earth to rise with me. Balance becomes restored. All that created disharmony transmutes, dissolves away in the divine light of self. I am. And so as I move into higher realms, I remember my physical body, my human presence upon the earth plane. As the higher flows into the lower, transmuting, transforming all that is not of love back into love. And I feel my feet upon the ground, my connection to the earth. As the energies through my crystalline grid flow into the crystalline grid of Mother Earth, to Gaia's core. And when you feel fully present in your physical body, when you feel aligned, as the Arcturians take a few moments to recalibrate us, we gently, gradually open our eyes when we feel ready and experience more clarity within, more lightness of being. And a greater sense of freedom within.